doing the uncensored version. So again, thank you for joining me for another episode of Coffee with Carrie, live over now on YouTube and on Instagram. We're going to try this thing out. So you guys like the uncensored version? Because Mark is giving you the real deal. So Instagram and Facebook Reels, all things Reels. Are you using social media? Are you creating video? Are you doing all the things? Do things feel hard? Tell me the truth. Let me just look at my notes, because you already know I can't even. I should have made the font bigger. I took my glasses off. So are you using social media to create video content for your audience or any audience? Are you creating it? Tell me in the chat. Are you afraid to create video? Are you willing to create video? If you knew that video has more reach, would you change your mind about creating video? Would you flip this? Would you start doing something a little bit different? Like, tell me. Now, again, believe it or not, for those of you that don't know, or for those of you that don't really know me, I am that person. Like, I like to talk. I was shy in class because I always felt like I didn't know enough in school. If you put me in a group, I was great. But if you put me in front of an audience, I was going to pass out. Like, I was going to faint. Like, you could not have paid me to get in front of a group and talk about anything. So believe it or not, I'm just going to tell you, I couldn't speak in front of a group. So let's talk about this. So video. Let's start here. You are a content creator, whether you want to believe it or not. If you're afraid to be on video, it's okay. And again, like I said, that was me. Being able to go live wasn't easy for me either. Being able to create video wasn't easy. I made a choice to learn the craft, like, for real. I used to edit television for a living. I was behind the scenes. I used to edit on an Avid, it was Mac based. And I actually know how to, use real television equipment. That I was great behind the scenes. Even today, the truth be told is I'd probably be a great videographer for someone, because that's just, I like the creative. And this is really easier for me. It is truly easier for me. So if you're like, you know what, Carrie, I'm terrified, you can do this. So and when I say it was hard for me, being on radio, creating video, a podcast, or YouTube was hard. Being able to go live, this right here, man, it got easier. And it got easier when I would do this with someone else. Like, I would go live with Marky, I go live with my sister, I go live with lenders, attorneys. It's always easier when you have a friend. And some of you might need to just grab that concept. So I also learned, are any of you instructors, or do any of you ever want to be an instructor? You're like, maybe, Carrie, maybe one day. When I started teaching, I actually taught one of the courses that was written by another instructor. So in Illinois, there were courses that were written by the state association, and we could teach them. So we used to have core A and core B. And so I taught a core course, and it was Lynn Madison's course. And I remember being in the class, like, this was maybe 2013. And someone challenged me. I quickly learned to say, if I don't know, I'll get the answer. I'll do the research, but I'll get back to you. But in the beginning, I was like, you think you have to have an answer, and you don't. And the same thing applies to real estate. You really don't have to have an answer, but it made me study and learn the craft. So if you're out here and you're like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do. Of course, we got ChatGPT now, or Google, Gemini. We've got all these things that can help you create the content. So let's get into this. So why do you need video? Does anyone have an answer for me? Why do you think you need video? Whether you're watching on YouTube, or whether you're watching me on Instagram, or you're watching the replay, chat with me. Why do you think you need video? Why do you think you need video? Tell me. Some of you are like, maybe I need video. Some of you are like, oh, type real in the chat and you'll get the download. Some of you are like, you know what, Carrie, I'm not 100% sure. Billy's got it. And I'll tell you, for those of you that, watch each other, watch what each other does, some of us will copy, cut, and paste. We'll go do what other people are doing. Before you go and copy, cut, and paste, by the way, make sure it's something you love. Like, I am someone, Mark and I are great together. Maybe I like to garden. Cooking, not so much fun. Baking, yes. Like, do you like to dance? Like, do what you love to do when you start creating video, because if you try to do something someone else does, it will come across poorly. Right. Do I need video? Inquiring minds. Yes, you need video. I'm coming back. I'm coming back to that answer. Um, here's the truth. Video gets the most views when it comes to Facebook and Instagram. Short form video is in high demand. If you go learn from the people that run Instagram, if you go learn from the people that are on YouTube, if you learn from the people that are using TikTok, if you go do your own research, and if you download my free giveaway, I give you the stats. When we get to YouTube next week, Tuesday night, Coffee with Carrie Tuesday night, I'm going to prove to you why you actually need YouTube. But you need video, even if you don't want to be in the video, because this is what we consume. How many of you get addicted sometime at night, or maybe when you wake up in the morning? Is there anyone here that you find yourself like swiping and scrolling, and then you're stuck? You like to be entertained. You're watching the comedians. You're watching real estate agents that are fun. There's a real estate agent that has turned himself into Mr. Rogers, right? And right, ADD folks, we get addicted quick. He has, let me tell you, when I watch him, I'm like, Mark, could you do this version? He was like, yeah, maybe I could. And he didn't seem excited. So I was like, okay, we're out. Some real estate agents have really figured out the craft of getting you to watch and get stuck. Some of you, we just watch the people with the red bottoms, the Gucci, the Louis Vuittons, getting in and out of cars that may or may not be theirs. And we're consumed because maybe that's where we want to be. And I watch the next generation get addicted and think that this is reality. Some of you need to just kind of go outside. So, do you need video? Yeah, I mean, truly, you need video. So, why do you need it? I told you video gets the most views when it comes to Facebook and Instagram reels. Short form video is truly in high demand, like bite size. And I saw a comment for a second. I don't remember who it was, but ADHHHers like short bites or something that's entertaining for them. If you I'm sure you feel like the push, like you need video. You're like, I feel the squeeze, Carrie, but I just don't want to do it. We all want to learn faster, smaller segments. Short form video is more likely to be consumed, and especially if it's under 15 seconds. So I recently watched a video from Instagram that said, one of the questions that was asked to Instagram was, why are we not creating long form video? Now, I have long form video every Friday at 9:05 a.m. Occasionally a different day. Like that would be right now, next week it would be a different day. So you come here because you've got an email for me. Maybe you come here because I posted on social media. Maybe you like what I was going to be teaching. So you're here and you're committed, and maybe you hop in for a few minutes. Maybe you come back and watch the replay. You're in it because you want to learn something. So long form video is not truly what is being pushed. But when we go live, it feels like you're watching something. It could be reality TV. It could be that you're watching the news. You're here because someone is telling you something you need to know right now. And you need to know this right now. So short video is truly in high demand. And I'm going to tell you, I believe that you need it. Now, you also have to know what your audience wants. So you're going to have to learn whether it's Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. Although right now, I think every audience is on YouTube. Even my mother. Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. So you're here to learn for a few reasons, right? Because I told you Instagram, or you're an entrepreneur, or you're a new real estate agent and you're like, I need this. So let's talk about what a reel is. Now, I'm telling you, if you know you're addicted and you're watching video content every day, I've proven to you that you need to be doing it. The other thing you need to know is if you're consumed and watching Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or even YouTube, and you're consuming the short videos, I am proving to you that if you're watching, someone else is watching. So why aren't you creating the content? And some of you might need to go create the content and put your phone down for a minute and then let it kind of just sit and rest to see where you're getting the engagement. So what is a reel? A reel is a short video up to 90 seconds, and it can be on Instagram and or Facebook. They are meant to grab the attention of your audience and new viewers. So when it comes to Instagram reels, you could literally end up on it's like the For You page on TikTok, the Discover page. And then the great thing about Instagram Reels is your audience can see it, and then new people can see it. people that have an interest, people that are searching, or it's just that all of a sudden Instagram is pushing your video because a lot of people are engaging. I'm just going to tell you the Carrie version versus the Mark version is getting a lot of views because people like controversy. They like the matter of fact and they like to be entertained. So I already knew that if I put Mark in the video, people are going to watch. I'm giving you the scripted version, maybe the safe version, and Mark is going to tell you really what he thinks. So the shorter the video, the larger the opportunity for reach, because first of all, if I created a video, and I've done this before, if I create a video and just put words on the screen and it's under like 7 seconds and the words are too many words for you to read, you have to keep watching it to read, right? You have to keep watching it to read. And the more time someone watches your video, the more Instagram realizes the algorithm. Same thing with Facebook. And then it gets pushed on Instagram and Facebook to new viewers. So you need video because you're building a brand. You are a content creator, whether you believe it or not. You are a content creator, whether you believe it or not. Today's topic is about Instagram Reels. Last week's topic was about TikTok. TikTok is trying to push long form video because they're trying to bring the creators in, people that are on YouTube. And my youngest, who has 300,000 followers on TikTok, between two accounts. One is 200,000, one is around 125 on the other account. He was like, Mom, don't believe it. I'm a creator and this is what they're doing. And he was just hired to do short video format for someone that has like 1 million followers on YouTube. He's not even there on YouTube. So people are realizing that short form video is what we're consuming because we want it in bite sizes, right? What is the attention span of a goldfish? Like 7. What's the attention span of all of you now? Like 6. Probably why some of you don't show up to class and you go watch YouTube. You know, that's probably true. Okay. So the shorter the video, the larger the opportunity for reach because we have to keep playing it over and over again. So Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels matter to your business. Now, why? Reels receive 22% more engagement. They do. Even if you're like, well, Carrie, I posted content on Instagram and it was data. I taught a class yesterday to real estate professionals over in Warrenville on AI and marketing and lead generation. And I proved to them that you can create content in minutes using ChatGPT and Canva. And we created the content for short videos. And some of you might say, well, Carrie, I don't want to post the boring stuff. You still might need some of the boring stuff because your audience needs to learn. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to do the entertaining. So Reels receive 22% more engagement, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook. 58% of users are more likely to use a brand if they see it in a video, and then if it's on a story. Shorter Reels get more views. If you are entertaining, you'll get more views. And again, I'm not here to tell you to go do something dumb or crazy because you want to get more views. It's not worth it. When I tell you it is really not worth it, like talk to your managing broker because you are still a brand and you want people. I think Mark can get away with it. Gary Vaynerchuk could probably get away with it. You have to know you and your audience has to know you. Again, you could push the envelope, just don't violate the code of ethics. And then teaching something will bring those that want to learn what you have. If you go and do your own research, you're going to figure out that think about the next generation. How many of you here are under the age of 30? What do you watch on social media? How many of you are over the age of 30 or maybe between the ages of 30 and 45? How many of you are over the age of 50? Like, what are you consuming? Like, the funny stuff is what grabs me. Do I always comment? Maybe, maybe not. I like to see the news. I am consuming the news over on TikTok. One of our kids, that's where they get their news. So teaching something will bring people to your content. And I'm just going to tell you, when you start posting on social media and you create videos, ask people to tell you what they think and get over the fact that you're boring. Cause my son told me I was boring. He did. He told me, Mom, you're boring. And I'm like, okay, let me just keep creating, keep trying, keep working. You have to get over yourself. So here's some things you need to know. Number one, Instagram will Reels you get higher engagement. Reels are currently the most engaging type of content on Instagram and Facebook. If you are posting just to post, you'll get views, but a little bit different. You have a broader reach. Reels have a higher chance to be viewed on the explore page, and the visibility becomes wider, especially if you kind of blow up. If and by the way, some people think hashtags are dead, but maybe if you put in 3 to 5, house hunting, realtor, real estate agent, Illinois realtor, Florida realtor, building wealth in Florida. People are actually searching for these hashtags, Airbnb. What is your niche? People are looking for it, and that's how they'll find you, and it can push you to the explore page. And by the way, tagging the city in your stories and in the reels will get you found in those communities. I have an interview, I shouldn't say, I am meeting with a city today because I am heavily on social media. I'm posting on LinkedIn, and because I'm often interviewed for other people's podcasts or even on in news articles. So everything works. Now, Instagram's algorithm is prioritizing reels. So you need reels. Facebook, same thing. Now, your followers can grow if you post reels regularly. Now, what do I mean by regularly? I mean every day. If I did a series or 3 videos that I think I could post in one sitting, I will. So when Mark and I walk, I will often record us talking, and then I'll ask him a crazy question, and then maybe I'll talk about what we talked about. And so I am getting more engagement when I post all 3 in the row, because it makes you go to the next video and they're not as long. Because I realize when I'm posting the videos that are longer than 90 seconds, still a reel, but I have to make it a post, I'm not getting as much engagement. So if you're going to post every single day, some of you are like, whoo, man. And I'm going to also say you might have to get creative in your flexibility, because if you are not creative if you're not flexible with your creative, you might realize that you're not going to get as much engagement. You're going to say, you know what, Carrie, it's not working. And don't give up. When we start talking about YouTube, when I talk about all of the different formats, I want to tell you nothing happens overnight. Now, could you win the lottery? If you ever listen to Warren Buffett, he will tell you he did not make his billions overnight. Now, you might say, well, Carrie, he's Warren Buffett, but he wasn't always Warren Buffett. If you have questions, throw them in the Q&A so I don't miss them. Here's what you need to know is the more content and creative that you are, the more likely you're going to get seen. And the more consistent you are, you're going to get seen. And you have to have patience. If you post a video today and you're like, Carrie, I didn't get any views. Yeah, maybe you're going to e-blast it to your network. Maybe you're going to share it to your stories. Maybe you're going to download it before you post and repurpose it on YouTube Shorts, 60 seconds or less, or even on TikTok, or maybe even Threads. You have to figure out where your audience is, and you have to own, you got to write it down. You got to commit, write down, Carrie, I'm committed. I'm sending another e-blast. So you're like, you know what, Carrie? Okay, I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna do this. I got it. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna create content. Now, you might need to participate in a trend. Occasionally, Mark and I might participate in a trend. Are you aware of your brand? What is your brand when it comes to social media? What is your brand outside of social media? What do people know you for? You're probably like, one of you's committed. All of you should type in committed, then you should type in the word real. So I send you the free download. You're like, okay, Carrie, I'm in. So what do people know you for? People know me as the person that talks about AI, data, and social media, like all 3. That's what people know me for. What do people know you for? If you're like, well, Carrie, people don't know me for anything. So you're going to start and you're going to test, or maybe you're just going to pick one thing. In the Agent Journey membership, I taught a class on Wednesday, and I talked about one focus, because some of you are so overwhelmed that I needed to reel you back in. Pardon the pun. I needed to reel you back in because some of you, you feel like you have to do it all. You can't do it all well. My sister and I are reading a book, and Sarah Ware told me to read Essentialism, and now he came out with a new book. And so Mina and I are reading the new book, and I'm like, you know what? It is okay to just not do it all, but to do one thing really, really well. Like why and one thing, and then like no effort, right, Mina? You're like, yep, Carrie. So if I'm barely into this, and if you're overwhelmed, take a deep breath and commit to doing video. Commit first, and then I want you to commit to once a week. If I can convince some of you to commit to doing this every single day, I truly believe that I can change the trajectory of your social media content. Actually, I can change the fact that more people are going to find you. So again, what do I want you to do? I want you to post consistently. I want you to figure out what your brand is. If you don't know what your brand is, I want you to think about, what do I want people to know me for? Working with new buyers, working with sellers. I'm going to tell you, if you're like, well, Carrie, I am not 100% sure what I want to be known for. Think about who is watching what on social media. Who is watching what? Who's the audience? You are more likely to convert a buyer on social media. You are more likely to get someone on social media if they are buying a house. If you're like, okay, Carrie, that's what we're going to focus on. So again, do I believe you can target people that are sellers? Yes. Do I believe you can work with people that want to buy commercial, or they want to work in a business? Do I believe you can target buyers? Yes. Investors, Airbnb. You have to do the research to figure out what your audience wants. And when you download and you put in the word real, I give you tips on what you could start with. And one of them is go create a post, go create a video and say, what do you want to know as a buyer or a seller? What kind of content do you want me to create on social media? So if you're creating video reels, yeah, all I have to do is, if you're creating video reels and you're like, you know what, Carrie, I got this. I'm going to go make a post today. So what did we say? All of you are committed to creating the content, right? You're committed. You're like, I got it. I'm committed. I'm going to create the content. So now that you're creating the content, I want you to commit to once a day, right? Commit to once a day. If you're not going to commit to once a day, I want you to commit to once a week. Then I want you to commit to creating a post today and asking your network. Don't tag me. A lot of you are like, Carrie, I just want to do what you do, and I'm going to tag you, and I'm going to tag you, and I'm going to say, hey, Carrie, I'm creating a post. Everybody, Carrie wants me to stop doing that, because you guys do that and you make me crazy. You make me crazy. I'm over here trying to figure out why I can't see my Zoom. Oh, hey, I can hear myself, but I can't figure out how to get the Zoom to pop back up. All right, we're going to try one more thing. I'm coming back. Oh, there it is. It's hidden. It's right in front of my face. Okay, so you're committed. So a couple more things I want you to know, and then I'm going to give you some strategy. There is a younger audience on Instagram. So again, I want you to also post on Instagram and Facebook. My audience is more likely to hire me from Facebook. I'm more likely to get hired on LinkedIn as an instructor, and I'm more likely to get interviewed because of LinkedIn and my podcast. So yeah, Mina, help me out. Tell people what to type in the chat: Reels, or Instagram, and you'll get the download. I'm going to also recommend that you cross post. Make sure your Facebook business page is attached to Instagram. So when you create content, you can choose to share to Facebook. My other tip for you is going to be, and if you join me today, July 12th at 11 a.m. Central, I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to create a video, and I'm going to show you how to add it to TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Like, this is what we're doing. So I want you to cross promote and post. And then I want you to look at your data. Don't think you have to look at your data in 5 minutes. I am watching the videos of the Carrie and Mark videos. Okay, the Carrie tip versus how Mark would say it. I think I figured it out. I think that's going to help me grow on Instagram. Here are some categories to consider. I want you to write this down, and I'm going to write it so you can see what I would do. So I'm going to, I got my notebook. Here we go. And I'm going to write, and I'm going to turn this around. Here we go. I want you to, I'm going to do a four columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you, when you create content. Now, first of all, you can, if you post once a week, it is what it is. If you post every single day, I want you to come up with four pillars. We'll call them pillars, four categories. I want you to think about how can you be entertaining, and entertaining might be dry for you, but that could be entertaining. So I want you to think of what can you do to be entertaining. And it could just mean it could mean that you're going to go create a post. By the way, be careful if you're using memes, because you could be in violation of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Always think about, can you really post this? So I want you to be entertaining, and I'll come back to give you some ideas. Then what about educational? How can you teach me something? And maybe that could be entertaining. And then I want you to be you. People, believe it or not, want you to be authentic, and they want to see you whether you want to share it or not. Whether you want to be seen or not, people really do want to see you. And then how about real estate focused? What can we talk about with real estate? So I created these four pillars, and then under each one, what could I talk about? Like when it comes to entertainment, what could I do? And entertainment right now is a Carrie and Mark tip. It is today's tip was, are you keeping your car clean? Every real estate agent should keep their car clean. And then you get the Mark version. So that could also be a real estate tip. It could be real estate focused. It could be educational, but it's also entertaining. When we talk about entertaining, could it be that you're going to tell people how you entertain? Could it be that you're going to do a DIY, that you're going to say, for Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, this is how I entertain. Like, it doesn't have to be fun or funny, but it could be DIY. And that could also be a real estate focused tip. You could, because all of people think that we need to post our listings, we need to post about our buyers, we need to tell people that we've closed. First of all, people think we're bragging. It doesn't mean you shouldn't, because I was told that, Carrie, I have to post about what I'm doing. I have to show that my clients are buying. I got to show the gift, because people are motivated by what they see. Everything works. It may or may not work for you. So you need to remember that. So DIY, you could go, how many of you like to shop? Tell me in the chat, me, right? If you like to shop, you could go to Instagram. I mean, you could go to TJ Maxx. You could go to Home Goods. You could go to Nordstrom. You could go to a high-end furniture store and talk about, this is how you might decorate a space, right? If doing this helps the consumer know how they might change up a room. Are you thinking about selling your home? Let's talk about giving it a pop of color. And then you say, let's head over to TJ Maxx. Hop in your car. Don't video yourself driving. Unless somebody's in the car with you, they could do it. Get to TJ Maxx and say, let's hit the pillow section. People like to be shown what they could do. Tips on staging your home. Or you think you want to do Airbnb? You could go learn about Airbnb and never have done Airbnb, and then literally go say, okay, I'm on the Airbnb website. Let's go do some research together. I'm here and I've never rented out an Airbnb, but I want one, right? Like, what could you do to, make it educational and entertaining? Maybe you want to get into Airbnb and you're like, you know what? I want to get into Airbnb. I'm going to go rent an Airbnb in the city of Chicago for 2 days so I can have the experience, so I know what it's like. And then maybe you're going to talk about what you learned and what you wouldn't do. Like, you could take people through the process. How many of you don't own a house? Right. If you don't own a house, go through the process. And you have bad credit, like, own it. Now, first of all, let me give you a tip on that. You don't have to go public and say, my credit sucks, I'm a real estate agent. That is not what I mean. But what you could do is create videos and say, I'm a real estate agent. I'm only 25. I don't own a house. When I was in college, I shopped like crazy and I have a little bit of debt. So over the next several months, I am working with a lender. I'm working with someone to help me fix my credit. And this is what I'm going to do. You can record all of these videos, save them as drafts, and don't post them until you have purchased the house. And then start with, I bought a house, but let me take you through the journey. Like, people don't realize that not everyone is perfect. Let me tell you a video, and Mina, you should go, everyone, Mina J. Blasey, that's my twin sister. Mina, go take your video where you were fixing your floors when you had to sell your house. Go put that in your story. so people can watch you doing something with the floors. She had so much more engagement because she was doing a do it yourself. People want to learn how to do things. Are you someone that knows how to put in a Ring doorbell? Are you someone that knows how to go and change the garage door, or add your car to the garage, right? Did you buy a new car? People want to literally learn something. As a real estate agent, it's not just about buying and selling. There's everything ties into real estate. Everything. The local coffee shop. I'm going to a local coffee shop today, not Starbucks, not Dunkin' Donuts. People want to know the experience of real estate. How many of you like to travel? When you go to the Canary Islands, you might go and say, I'm in the Canary Islands, and you might post the videos when you get back, but you might post videos of going on a trip. And one thing you want to learn about travel, because in real estate, some people want to invest in other countries. I'm not saying I want to sell in the Canary Islands, but maybe I can give you an experience. I had 2.1 million views of me swimming in a rooftop swimming pool. 2.1 million views on TikTok made me go viral. I went from 250 followers to 11,000 in a few weeks. Like it went viral. I was called a SEAL. Here's the point, is people want an experience. I have other people using my video. I had someone say, that's you? I was like, yeah, it's me. So what do you love to do? What do you love to do? So I'm here to help you think and motivate you, even if you don't want to be in a video. I had someone say, I did a meetup, Coffee with Carrie meetups, and I'm just trying to figure out why some of you weren't there. I even did a free giveaway. So I met a team and we talked and we went over. They were like, Carrie, I don't want to be on video. I'm like, yeah, but could you put your camera up, do a time lapse? Could you do a video, have someone videotape you and your team working on a project and then go do a voiceover? They were like, that I could do, because they don't want to talk to the screen. Who wants to talk to a screen? I'm good. I could do this for hours. So again, categories I talked about could be entertaining, educational, and then real estate driven. Quick ways to start. If you have not signed up for my class, type in the word real or go to the link in my bio and type, join me in class today. Number one, in no specific order, use Canva templates for those that are not ready to be in the video. You can go create reels, you can go create TikToks, you can create YouTube shorts. Number two, write down ideas for video. If you're not creative, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, or Copilot. Number three, create one video a day. Too hard, one a week. Here's the deal, is you could, in all of the pillars, one video a week. So week one could be about, you're going to be entertaining, or you're going to talk about entertaining. Week two, educational. I'm going to go and I'm going to educate you on how to purchase a house, down payment resources. Maybe it's going to be that you're going to talk about new construction. Maybe you're going to go to a new construction site and get permission to videotape and talk about what you need to know when you purchase new construction. Educational. That's week two. Week three, it could be about you. A day in the life of Carrie and Mark, a day in the life of what we do as a family. Ask your kids if they really want to be videotaped. And then number four, week four could be real estate focused. It could be that you're going to go talk about real estate. It could be that you're going to go give the history of the city you live in. It could be that you're going to go to a coffee shop. It's going to be that you're going to collaborate with someone else. It could be that you're going to do an Ask the Expert. I did an Ask the Expert series on my Caremark Realty Group page. I asked lenders, I asked attorneys, I asked inspectors, I asked them a question just like this. Give me one tip, or tell me, is FHA a bad word? And then I had another I had a lender talk about FHA loans, and we did it in 60 seconds or less. I told them I needed them to answer my question in 45 seconds. Why? Because I knew I was going to upload it to YouTube Shorts, and YouTube Shorts was 60 seconds. So again, you got this. So number one, use Canva templates. Number two, write down ideas for video, not creative, use ChatGPT. Number three, create one video a day or one a week. And by the way, if you're in the Agent Journey membership, I did a whole course. I did videos on how to use ChatGPT and InfoSparks. And then I actually sold a course on the keys to listing leads. I did a reboot. If you don't have that, if you want to buy it, let me know. Number four, schedule time to write your ideas. Number five, schedule time to create your videos. And number six, schedule time to post your videos. If you think you're going to sit down and do all of this in one setting or sitting, you could, but you're going to get overwhelmed and you're going to get stuck and you're going to give up. So you got to plan this out. And number seven, repurpose the videos on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts, maybe Threads. I'm going to say maybe LinkedIn, the educational stuff or the business stuff for LinkedIn. I don't understand why all of you are posting your listings on LinkedIn. Get me together. Like, tell me why. Can't you just go write a blog post? That's what I think. Here's some simple technology tools that you need. If you downloaded my white page, I give you a QR code and a link to my Amazon store so you can get some things. I'm going to tell you, you really only need a tripod and your phone. Your tripod and your phone. That is all you need. And I am going to say that I recommend using the other side of the phone when you record, but in the beginning, go with what's easy. You need a tripod and a phone. That is it. I'm going to recommend so your phone, tripod for on the go, because I can throw one in my purse or my backpack or in the car. I do recommend a tripod with a ring light. So I have a few different things going on here with a light. Do you need to invest in that right away? No. If you literally look at the window, so that's my window. If you face the window should never be behind you when you create video. You want to face the window. It will give you natural light. And number four, a microphone would be great. The Movo, the link is also in the YouTube, in my Amazon store. I like the Movo microphone, and that's what I'm using here. You can buy the Movo with one mic, or you can buy them with two. It's really up to you. I like two because when I talk to Mark, it works great. Now, can you upgrade to upgrade to upgrade? I just want you to have a win. You know, you could spend as little as $25 or less on a tripod, and then you already have your phone. If you have a newer phone, you're definitely winning. If you don't have the newest phone, again, I'm not here to tell you to go buy an upgraded phone, but we're probably updating our phones every 2 to 3 years. Some of us every year. Here's some recording tips. Here is some recording tips. Yeah, if you are not getting my white page, type in the word reel, and then it should be sent to you via direct messages. If it's not coming to your direct message, the link is in my link tree in my bio. I will also put it in my stories when I'm done. So here's some video recording tips. Recording on your phone with the camera, the back camera is best. The second one is recording directly on Facebook or Instagram is also a great way to record content. And I'm telling you this because if you're going to record on your phone, you can upload directly to Instagram or Facebook Reels. You can just upload it. If you record directly on the platform, it is also better. If you are going to record, like I record on Zoom and then I can download it, can I upload that content? Yes. But if you record directly on your phone or a professional camera, it just will look cleaner and better. Make sure, here's another tip, you clean your lens. Simple, but clean your lens. Just like we clean our glasses. The other thing is, let's see. Record during the best time when you're at your best. So record when you are at your best. I know it's going to get done early in the morning. Just Mina and I, we try to record every Sunday morning before church. Mina gets up 5 a.m., 7 a.m. for me, and we try to record for our podcast once a week. We are better in the morning. It just gets done. Think of it like this. If you don't work out in the morning, you're probably not going to work out. If you're committed to the evening workout, you commit. I like recording in the morning because there's daylight. I also like recording in the morning because I'm at my best. When are you at your best? So there you have it. If you type in the word reel, you should get a direct message. If not, the link is in my link tree. I also put in the link for the class today at 11 a.m. Central. Many of you got that invite via MailChimp or in my if you're in the membership. So first question, if you have questions, type them in the Q&A. You did a blog post a little over a month ago about Mark's listing. How can I locate it? If I did a blog post on Mark's listing, it had to be over a month ago. It had to be. So it would be under smartgirlmedia.com, and you have to click the blog. And you can search on my blog. I'd have to go look to see what it was. So if you send me a direct message, I can find it for you, or just go to my blog. So you would go to smartgirlmedia.com. Here, I'm going to actually share my screen over on. You're so quiet, Mark. You want to come say hi to everybody? No? You don't want to talk to people today? Here, I'm going to share my screen on YouTube, and then I'll turn this around. You're working? Are you really working today?
Yeah, I'm working.
You want to come say hi to people?
Hey, people.
They're over here.
I'm looking at me right there.
Yeah, but that's YouTube.
Hey, people.
You got any tips for anybody today?
Closed mouths don't get fed.
That's your tip?
Yeah, closed mouths don't get fed.
Closed mouths don't get fed. You have not, because you asked not? All right, here, let me show you where this is. It is, so on my blog, and I'll hold my phone. Let's go find it. So here's my blog for those of you that don't know. If you have, subscribe to my blog, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Wait, I can't even see to flip this around. Here we go. So here's my blog, smartgirlmedia.com. This is getting updated. So there's the blog, and you can search. So I'm not sure what I'd be searching for, but if you're telling me I did a whole post on Mark, I don't know where that had to be a long time ago. Yeah, I don't see anything. So come here, search away, Cayenne. You can find it. My goal is to blog twice a month. I got my, here, let's go back to the beginning. So the most recent one was July 2nd. Can ChatGPT optimize your real estate workflow? That one. So come over, check out my blog. Let's chat. For those of you that are listening to me over on YouTube, I'm going to go hop over and see if you guys have any questions. Are there any other questions here on Instagram? Because if not, of course, Jonathan is calling me. Of course, he's calling me. Let me text him. Any other questions? Okay, we got more questions. I'm going to go check out YouTube at the same time. So the first one was about the blog. The second one, it could have been a podcast. So let me go see. If it was one of his listings, you showed how to put it on LinkedIn. I probably did I'm wondering, I don't think I did a blog post. I think I was just showing you how to make it a blog post on LinkedIn. I bet that was it. So maybe what I'll do is I might have to create a video for the membership. That's what I'll do. That is what I will do. Okay. So any other questions? Let's go see. For those of you that are on YouTube, thanks for watching. Follow me over on Instagram and on TikTok. And then next week, Tuesday in the evening, Tuesday, the 16th, July 16th, I'm going to talk about YouTube.